So today I'm with two gentlemen. I've got Brian and G, who are co-organizers of the Tulip Conference. Gentlemen, welcome to the Cryptoverse.
Oh,
Hi, how you doing?
thanks for having us.
Thanks
Doing
for
excellent
having us.
today. How you both doing?
Doing
Are
great.
you, are you both are you both in the same location, San Francisco?
We're yes,
Yes,
yes.
Okay,
we are.
so
Yeah,
that's the first
Not
thing
in
to
the same
know.
building. Not in the same
Not
building,
in the
no.
same building, right? Okay, see,
yeah,
that's what you mean.
yeah,
But in the same city, right? Which is also
yeah,
where the conference
yeah.
is. So
We're
that's the
Sure.
first
yeah,
thing people should
we're
know.
yeah, we're based in San Francisco. Yeah, so our office is in downtown San Francisco.
Sweet. And that was something
Yeah,
interesting. When I was planning my travel, the airport is miles away, right? Because
yeah,
Yeah,
downtown
yeah,
San Francisco versus the airport.
yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah.
say
I
it's
mean,
in
it's a
San
30-minute
Francisco.
drive, basically from a 25 to 30-minute drive.
Right.
But it's not bad. The airport drive to San Francisco isn't that bad. It depends on what time of the day you're trying to use the freeway. But apart from peak times, yeah, I think you're good.
Sweet.
It's actually, I would say, a lot of people that I've ever come to the U.S. for the first time, if I pick them up from the airport, as airport, they're just blown away. Like, and for me, it's people are just used to it. We live here, but people are
Right.
generally like kind of blown away when they're like, "Whoa, this is amazing! It's a great ride because of the water, and you have just such a nice view of the
I've never been
bay."
to San Francisco, so I wouldn't know. I'm going to find out.
Oh, oh
You'll
wow,
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
you're gonna have so much fun. I mean, it's
Nice.
great. Bay is one thing is it's very diverse. It's great. It's great food, great people. You'll have a ton of fun. I mean, also like bear in mind like that particular week where we are hosting a conference is a developer week. So the
Okay.
worldwide developer conference, Apple conference, that's happening is the same week of our conference, 4th to 8th, and
Right.
then you have the Spark Summit, the largest AI Spark Summit conference is also the same week. So it's going to be a pack, it's going to be jam packed with tons of
City
devs.
full of, right?
Yeah, so we're perfectly nestled in a week that is going to have a lot of traffic in San Francisco. It's going to be fun, and it's
Nice
summer.
one.
You know.
Yep.
So I put out my first announcement that I was going to be attending the Tulip Conference, and the first sort of set of responses I got was like, "Oh, the Tulip Conference. That's a strange name, weird name." Now I get it, right? But you guys want to touch on that just for the audience benefit? Why the hell do you call it
Sure.
the Tulip Conference?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the pun on the Tulip Mania. I think the so I've been in Silicon Valley. We're in the Valley of Bubbles. I think people
The Valley of
bubbles.
Bubbles,
Yeah, it's the Valley of Bubbles. We make dreams come happen.
right?
I think I mean, if you think about it, very early on, you had the gold rush here.
Hmm.
All the way back, and I mean, if you think about it, did the people in the gold rush make money? Of course they did, but the real people who made a lot of money is the Levi's who made jeans, and the people who made the tools, the picks and shovels people that made. So
Absolutely.
so I think the reason it's kind of like a fun way to take something negative and want to turn it into a positive thing is that bubbles are good because it depends on where in the bubble you are. Are you in the center of the bubble? Are you in the periphery of the bubble? Right? If you're in the center of the bubble, you're going to be part of the action. But if you're in the periphery of the bubble, that bubble's when it dies off, you're going to not get the benefits of it. So I think the way I
Good.
see it is that blockchains and the idea of like the next wave of technology, the decentralization movement, I would say it's a long lasting bubble. Like as anything, you got to ride it. It's like a wave.
Right.
It's like
That's my
big
argument
wave.
actually. I
Yeah, it's
say a bubble's only a problem if if the substance isn't catching up to fill. Because I don't like the word bubble either. I say it's a balloon,
a
right?
balloon.
Because a balloon can inflate and deflate, but then
Yeah.
you can also start injecting solid matter into the balloon so that
Yep.
the integrity of the balloon gets better, right? And because,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I mean, the better analogy would be like riding a wave. If you're a surfer, you want to find the right wave, and because riding the wave is all about having fun. And I think
and it
that's
goes up
what
and
that's
down, right?
exactly. It's the So I think that's where we are. We wanna address the fact that Tulip is a neutral platform, and tries to understand all these various technology waves that are happening within the decentralization movement. I mean, there's over 100 public blockchains out there.
Hmm.
There are thousands of open source projects that are spawning on top of these. The idea is that there's so much coming out of the pipe. It's like you can't even. It's not even the best analogy to say you're drinking out of the fire hose because this is beyond drinking out of the fire hose. So what we're trying to do is to distill this put it in a nice packaged container and give you like a sippy straw so that you can sit down, relax, and enjoy the content. That's our idea. That's what we want to do for our viewers.
Now, if the content is delivered as artfully as you talk, mate, it's going to be superb. Because I like metaphors like that. You just went fire hose, you went sippy straw. That's just superb communication. I absolutely love that.
Thank you.
I mean, that kind of sticks out to me about your webpage as well. I actually said this on a stream the other day about one of the criticisms of Consensus Just Gone was, and I saw this on Reddit, they didn't really understand their audience, right? Because it was just a mash of everybody. But when I went through your webpage, it's different because you call out your core audience. It says like blockpreneurs, digital nomads, hodlers, etc. And right at the top it says next gen blockchain. So it's about the next wave of technology and the cutting edge tech coming to digital currency. So as a marketeer of 10 years, I appreciate specific communication like that, especially if you're asking people to spend some money, right? Come on now, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I like that.
You know, something that we add there that we're inviting hodlers and just enthusiasts in general, because from G's and I, from our experience, like other conferences right now are largely geared towards insiders, and really only insiders, because for Americans at least, like we can't invest in ICOs anymore. So like,
Sure.
why go to a conference? Like you can't invest. So a lot of these conferences are just like ICO hype stages for insiders. So this is going to be hopefully a conference that's like really friendly towards everybody once again.
Right. And just touching on the name again, it shows you've got a sense of humor and you don't take yourself too seriously. Because it's not like trying to push the negativity away and hide it under the carpet. It's like embrace it, right? Make it a thing.
Right.
And
Right.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I think it's important that what we need to do is that having fun, understanding this, right? These are complex subject matter expertise. These are not,
Sure.
some of this technology, even engineers that are being building products on top of some major platforms are kind of baffled because they don't understand. Because blockchains are a combination of many things, right? You need to have some background in cryptography. You need to understand peer-to-peer networking layers. You need to understand digital assets like Bitcoin, how they're created, consensus mechanisms, how this technology is evolving, right? So I think, as Brian pointed out, it's become more of an insider, it's like because the ecosystem is like people are in a bubble, and the bubble is very small. It's not large enough, right? We think it's large because we're so seeped in it. It's very small and it's shrinking, and you're not letting other people, new people, come into the ecosystem. Because if you think about it, even if you're doing a token sale, whatnot, you want new people to enter this ecosystem. You want to provide them valuable information. ICO or no ICO, you want new investors, you want new people to learn about this technology, give them the opportunity to understand what this can or cannot do, and give them the opportunity to make their own decisions. We're not giving investment advice, full disclosure, right? We're not a conference telling you what crypto to invest in. We're saying that come to our conference. We bring people like you who are doing expert analysis, like technical analysis, and we're looking at traditional institutional investors, right, who have been investing in cryptocurrencies and are investing in traditional investments, and we're actually bringing these people together. Actually, we have a segment called HODL versus traditional investments. Literally, we're looking at the new age crypto hedge funds and the old school, traditional investment funds. We're bringing them on a single stage and saying that, hey, tell me, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think is right? What do you think is wrong, right? And in fact, it's funny. I was thinking about having you moderate that panel. So
that would actually be a good one for me.
Yeah. And I think when you and me connected, we had really mad respect for you because you're one of the few people who did a traditional analysis, brought the data, and you have a very unique audience that respects your viewpoint. You're not shilling tokens, or you're looking at it from a perspective of analysis and giving people. That's the kind of audience, that's the kind of brand we want to build, and that's our only goal. Yeah,
sure. And that thing about bridging the two worlds, I think that was one of the things. Once I'd got over my initial wow, Bitcoin's going to change everything thing, and then sort of reflected on it, I was like, actually, it's great innovation, but it doesn't break fundamental principles. So, because I'd come from the Forex world and all traditional investing, gold, silver, and stocks and all that kind of stuff. And then when I really thought about it, I thought, yeah, it's great technology. However, all of the investing principles that I've learned over the last 10 years, they
Yeah,
still apply, right? It just happens to
yeah,
be much more accelerated on a grand scale like we've never seen before, plus some stuff that we've never been able to do before. However, you don't just throw all the old stuff out there. Still, all that wisdom can come over. And actually, that's probably one of the things that people that are new to investing that jump straight into crypto are missing, because it isn't just it isn't just it is magic internet money, but it doesn't just mean you can break fundamental investing principles and not diversify or whatever it is, right? And just
right.
ignore that and think it's going to be okay, because you still need to moderate that in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I have great well wishers and mentors from all parts of the world, right?
Hmm.
As I said, the traditional investment world. I have friends in the crypto investment world as well. Is that this is a process as any investment strategy goes. It's all on the candlestick chart, right? You have to know, you have to understand this, you have to have data, you have to make these are all done, these all have there's so much knowledge in the sense that it is an asset. You're looking at the same charts, like you look at a stock portfolio or a stock chart, right? Cryptocurrencies have very similar trends. It's just the cool part about cryptocurrencies, you have this real-time heartbeat of a market, which doesn't exist in the equity market, right? Because that data still has to be fed in. I mean, of course, and also that data is only available, that real-time data is only available to some of the highest market
Wall
makers.
Street, right?
Yeah, yeah, and not to the average guy. So that's why you see this. If you look at our audience, when we do a lot of marketing, our audience targeting is it's basically 25 to 55. Because why is that? Investments are an emotional, tangible thing. So if
Hmm.
I'm investing money in something, I'm attached to it. It's because it's my money, right? And I
Right.
want to know the heartbeat of it, right? And crypto is in a very, very unique place where people have the control of their own investments. And of course, um, I think the problem with the overall market is that it's kind of still the wild, wild west, and unfortunately, the market is very volatile. But I think the equity markets were the same when this all started, right? The first when it was a wild wild west when in capital markets started to form. So back in the 1800s. So I would say this is a new age. This is I don't want to go deep in investment in the sense that for the first time people have better access to information, more real time information in a data driven world. They can build tools. People experts like you can provide expert analysis, and through channels like YouTube, and it wasn't like and that information is readily available for people to make decisions. I think
Right.
that's what it is. This is happening. you know People are, I think our job is to make sure to understand that the new age investor or the new age hodler is a unique personality. They don't need to learn. They need to they don't need to like they have access to all the tools, and they need information source. And the information source, the better it gets, the more less barrier, the more lesser behind paywalls, the better they're going to learn. I think that should be our that's our vision, actually.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was going to say fewer gatekeepers and
Yeah,
the access to the data feeds in the forex markets. You have to pay for those and so on. So that access to the price discovery and all that sort of stuff is it's a whole shift in mindset, so that everyone's got equal access to info. And that's really a truly free market. If everyone's got access to the same info, they can
exactly.
act on that info fairly,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
really
absolutely.
exciting just because so many people are fed up with the stock market as well. Like, people don't realize that some of the executives on Wall Street actually do get more up-to-date information than everyone else anyway. So it's like you're always going to be like a minute or two behind them. And with this, the crypto space, I call it stock market 2.0. It feels like you're breathing new life into the investment space for everybody. So
Sure.
millennials like myself are really excited about this technology.
Sure. So the conference is going to be 2-day conference, right? On the 7th and the 8th.
Yep.
And then there's a little gap. And then you've got a 3-day workshop. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we're doing a EOS workshop. We're bringing a few experts from the EOS community. that are technology focused, and we're going to do a kind of a deep dive, and it's a two-pronged approach. One is for example, if you're a developer who just want to interact with a smart contract, you want to understand the API layer, which is how to interact with the blockchain, how to write a contract, how to build dApps on top of it. So that's one part of the puzzle. But a bit more of a gearhead, a blockchain gearhead. You want to see what's under the hood. So you might be proficient in C++, or if you want to learn about WebAssembly. So what you would do is that there's another track for that. You can go deeper into the rabbit hole, like see under the hood what's going on, learn about some of the libraries that are being that is on EOS.io, understand how to interact, how this whole engine works, right? So we have tracks for both. We also have like a design track workshop. One of the things we think is that adoption of blockchains is hard because people don't understand how distributed applications work, right? End of the day, it shouldn't matter for the user. The user should be able to use an application, distributed or centralized, with whatever form of medium. If it's an iPhone or it's a laptop or it's whatever the device is, they should be able to use it. I think the problem is that how do you get people to think that how do you design applications that are decentralized and still maintain some of the original ways of design thought process that have already been put in for building centralized applications. The user shouldn't really care if it's centralized or decentralized, right? The benefits is what of the decentralization should still pass on, and be able to use existing mediums, right? So our process is to kind of teach people some design thinking, developers design thinking, and also we're introducing. I'm a product manager by trade, with a background in computer science engineering. So I worked on building products, and mostly like building like products in the payment space, and mainly in mobile payments. So I have a lot of understanding the nuances of digital payments itself. So I think we want to provide people, not only engineers but non-engineers, to understand how to build use cases, how to build cool products, right? How to think in this way of building decentralized applications. We want to give them a new set of processes, right? How does it benefit the end user? So these are the things that we're trying to dive into. We have only kind of 3 days, but we have a continuity plan where we'll be doing more workshops for Tulip, and the workshop is kind of like an introductory to some of the basic concepts of decentralization, how do peer-to-peer networks work, how to build a simple dApp. We're teaching a tic-tac-toe game dApp sample on EOS. So we're going to give people an introduction to build distributed applications, and then if they want to go further down the rabbit hole, we have more coming down the pipe. We're working on building more course material and other things, other workshops in the Valley. So yeah.
Is this the first year of the conference? It's not, is it? You done this before?
This is the first year of our conference. Yes.
First year.
Yeah.
Oh, first one. Okay, great. Yeah.
First
This
annual.
is 2018, but you're going to do it. If it's successful, you're going to do it again.
Yeah. That's the hope and dream.
Okay, sweet as. How did the EOS thing come about? Because when I first heard about the Tulip conference, people were saying, "Oh, you should look into it because it's got an EOS track," and I'm like, okay, but how did that happen?
Well, I run the EOS community in San Francisco. I also run a group called SF Blockchain Collective. It's been around for a few years now. We have about 3,000 members. So we've always been very technology agnostic. We never called ourselves like the Bitcoin meetup group or Ethereum meetup group. We were very neutral. We were very open to all kinds of technologies, because one thing you notice, blockchain is very tribal, right? Because there's an asset class in there. People hold on to the asset class because they are interested in the asset class and they feel strongly about the asset class. So there is a lot of there's a lot of divisions about what they think are the pros and cons of the product. So we always wanted to build a neutral ground where people could come in and have some civil discord about, well, like what are the benefits of your technology? What are the pros and cons of your technology? What is the product roadmap look like? And how do you? Those are we wanted to have an honest conversation. I mean, pretty interesting. Our first meetup had 4 people. And that showed up just 4. I remember it's and then our average meetups are have now 200 to 300 attendees, mostly free. We focus on, I mean, like Tulip came out of these learnings, right? We always focus on the content because our litmus test is that we'll put out content on Meetup, and if it doesn't gain traction, we know that people aren't interested in it. So we always try out all our content. We make sure that people are interested in it, and we have the data. So Tulip came out of those learnings, and one thing we noticed, at least in the Valley, is that I kind of talk to the rest of the world, is that people respect good content, good experts in the space. So we are not focused on celebrity endorsements. We're focused on really providing quality content, because end of the day, the money you pay us is basically to help educate you, and we want to make sure every dollar you spend is somewhat valuable. This is basically an investment in educating yourself. That's what you're making. Actually, you're making an investment to learn and understand what's really the facts versus the fiction. So that's our goal.
That's cool.
Not to mention network. I mean, the network of people coming from all over the world to the conference is going to be really something. You're going to be able to meet other people that are investing like yourself. Just for the enthusiasts coming out, there's going to be a lot of people from all over the country, every nook and cranny, and you're going to get we actually can we say it now, G, about the airdrop at the conference? Can we?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have some surprise airdrops. So we're going to be giving away tokens for attendees. I mean, again, these are not, as I said, just full disclosure. We're not promoting an ICO or a token sale. We're just giving away engagement tokens, basically for community. So if you have a project and if you want to do an airdrop to engage the community, to interact, and that's what we want to foster. Community engagement, because open source projects are only successful based on the community engagement you have. The more bigger community you have, the more adoption you get, people use it. And you'll have more developers trying to help you expand your project. So our goal is to give a platform where you can freely do airdrops. So we're going to be doing a lot of airdrops at the conference. So make sure to leverage them. Make sure you get first-hand scoop with the founders of certain projects. We're not going to name them, but definitely they're on our agenda. Check them out. So we're definitely making some surprise airdrops for patrons.
Excellent. Do you want to name drop a few of the speakers off the top of your head? I've got a list of you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, we have Thomas Cox from EOS. We have David Moss from EOS that will be attending. We have the CHO, Chief Health Information Officer of Kaiser, coming in, Jim Madison, and we have
MIA,
we have MIA coming in.
Yep.
Of course, she's a prolific investor. She's got a sizable crypto portfolio. So she'll be coming in. So we have Jeff Garzik from Block, Bitcoin core developer. He's coming in. So if you notice our roster, we're also bringing in some live streams. So we're doing some hybrid conference. We're doing a hybrid conference. We're live streaming in people from all over the world. Some people have visa issues and stuff like that. So we'll be live streaming in some certain celebrities that are not celebrities. I would say. Let me take that back. Some inspirational thought leaders who have travel restrictions, but we still want their content. So we've made arrangements that we are doing. Excuse me, sorry.
You're so still. It's
yeah. Let me take a quick second. Sorry about that.
The wireless router's still working anyway.
Yeah, cool. Sorry about that. We have people, we're making arrangements for people to like be physically present if they want to live stream in and engage the audience. It's going to be a cool conference because we want no restrictions. We want like we will go across borders to get people to come in and attend the conference. That's what we're all about. We're all about, like, you know, we're in a decentralized world, right? Our conference is kind of decentralized as well. There's a physical element to it, but also there's a virtual element to it where people can like, you know, they'll use people, oh, you know, we're here, want to talk. So it's going to be a cool conference. It's an amazing location. It's the Village. They're well known for doing a lot of
developer
VR, AR based events. So Facebook, Google usually hosts like highly immersive, cool events. So so yeah, it's going to be it's 17,000 square feet. We're expecting 1,000 plus attendees, so it's going to be fun. We don't want it to be too big because when it's too big, you know, you're lost in the mix. We definitely want entrepreneurs, developers, and people who are interested in the space to like meet other people at close quarters. It's all about personal, you know, that personal touch, right? It's too big, you're just kind of lost. So we want to kind of make sure that it's interactive, you're engaging, you can meet with people, and it's not like a massive expo where you're just kind of lost. So that's our goal, is to create that personal, you know,
connection,
ambiance and relationship building that could happen, where you can network with people, and you know, we have a pretty cool setup for you to do that, and it's going to be fun. We have a great party on Friday. We're doing it.
What's the deal with this?
Yeah, we're doing an EOS mainnet launch party. It's completely run by the community through SF EOS and with EOS Tribe and you know, EOS Blocksmith. So some of the big block producers coming in. So we're working with them to throw this massive you know, community launch party.
It's perfect timing as well, right?
Yeah. We're gonna celebrate. We have a surprise guest at the party as well. So we can't say who it is, but it's going to be cool to kind of come to the conference, come to the party, meet with fellow people in the community, and have a great time. You know, I mean, San Francisco is a great place to spend for being summer. It's beautiful. It's nice. Great weather. You know, so much things to do. And we're also nestled in the weekend, so you can come in Thursday, Friday, take the weekend off in San Francisco. Like, you know, go to Dolores Park, enjoy San Francisco. That's the whole point, is that you're not only coming to a conference, you have a couple of days to like stay in San Francisco, enjoy the weather, you know, enjoy the community, be part of the movement, you know.
Sweet. Where are you going to throw this party?
Surprise location as well.
Okay, nice one. Make sure no one's gate crashing it.
Exactly, downtown San Francisco. It's going to be in a top-notch location, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So we'll be making a lot of surprises for people. We don't want to give it away, but it's going to be in an epic location.
Nice one, man. Nice one. Any closing remarks, or should we close it there?
Yeah. Closing remarks would be, you know, I I'd love for your audience to attend our conference. You know, we want to do a little promo. So if you win 25, we'll give you 25% off to all your audience.
All right, Brian, you might have to repeat that, mate. We've
yeah, getting a little broken up in there. But I'll repeat for him. Yeah. So you know, come one, come all. You're all invited, and we wanted to give your audience a promo code for 25% off. It's called WIN25. You can use that in checkout.
WIN25.
Yeah, that's right. WIN25, and you are all definitely invited. We want to make our conference one of the most welcoming conferences out there to basically everyone in the crypto space, anyone that's enthusiastic about blockchain technology and innovation. So you're all definitely invited.
Excellent. Well, Brian and G, thanks very much for joining me today. Hope to see everyone at the Tulip conference. See you guys.
Have a good one. Take care.